हाय गाइस, मैं हूं सनी एंड गुड मॉर्निंग। जैसे मैंने आपको बोला था, आई एम लाइक सुपर डुपर एक्साइटेड और अब मैं पहुंच गया हूं मिस्टर अक्स खोसला के घर पे। So let's see what he does. Hi guys, so like now you can see I have changed my clothes. Well, that is because Mr. Khosla actually convinced me to join me, or rather him, in his daily workout routine. So this is like how you can see he's gymming right now. Like I had not planned, but then this is how it is. You know what, in this very room I have something very exciting, and I think something that you can take with. Now if you come with me, I'm in my gym clothes in his office right now. So while he's gymming, this is where the action happens. और ऐसा कोई टाइम नहीं है where he can cheat himself and say कि आज वो जिम नहीं कर सकते हैं या आज वो ब्रेक ले लेंगे, because it's right here. Even if he is skipped his morning workout, he can still continue with it later on. So I want to ask him a little few questions over here also. Like, so Mr. Khosla, the setup that you have over here, there is no way that you can cheat. So does that make you feel bad?
Not at all. In fact, the advantage is that if I get a 20-minute break in between my trades, I can,
Hop onto it again.
absolutely. Or I can even cycle.
So I mean, like, ये थोड़ा hectic नहीं हो जाता है आपके लिए?
It eases off your stress.
And you keep watching your news while you're that. तो अच्छा, we all know that people on treadmill loves to do that. It's on throughout and you keep watching it. लेकिन what I'm trying to tell you is कि जैसे अभी आपके जिम इंस्ट्रक्टर हैं, वो कभी आपका मन करे मुझे आज जिम स्किप करना है तो he lets you do that, or it becomes difficult for you?
He calls me again the second time, so then I cannot say no to him. So
Because there's no
he makes
escaping.
sure I do 6 days a week. He makes
6 days a week.
Makes that
So his gym actually starts at 7 in the morning, right?
7:30.
7:30 in the morning and goes on till 8:30.
Yes.
And then you're set to your market, dedicated to your market, because physical exercise के बाद चालू होता है mental exercise, right?
That's right.
तो आप mental exercise out of your derivatives and numbers, और क्या mental exercise करते हैं आप जो आप हमको बताना चाहेंगे?
I do meditation 4 times a week. This is good for my calculations. And as I told you earlier, the mathematics gets better with each day, So what I was 2 years back, I'm better than what I was 2 years back. And if you ask me 2 years ahead, I'll be much better than what I'm today.
Yeah, you keep evolving.
Absolutely.
है ना?
So there's nothing to learn. It's all about you get better with time, with each day.
When you want to eat something, वो आपका cheat day क्या होता है?
I do it on Fridays,
On Fridays, not on Sundays.
not on Sundays.
But it's interesting to see how he starts his day and spends it the right way. So while we are having our coffee, I just want to know a little bit more of you. So what actually, and how long have you been in this profession, and when actually you thought this was your calling?
So basically 20 years. since
20 years.
I've started training. It was my passion since my childhood. I mean, in my school days, I used to go to my father's office during my summer holidays. I used to sit on the boat and I used to,
So you have a whole family which deals with stock market and derivatives.
Yeah, my father was actually, quite into stocks and shares. The thing is that he was not into the. I mean, the derivatives market was introduced in India in 2001. So I entered into this in 2003. So this was completely new for me when I entered.
So you have been always from Mumbai itself, born, brought up in Mumbai. Colleging, everything was in Mumbai. So I mean, like you must be very drawn towards the stock exchange over here, right? The Dalal Street and all that. You also used to go and roam over there and look at people talking about stuff. Or it's totally different for you because.
So basically, I was in the electronic space, where when I started this, trading and everything was electronic, and people, the tradition was, to have your offices and your office space near and in and around Dalal Street. But when I came into this, we were already in the, in the electronic age, where people were moving away from the exchanges. So today you can sit in any part of the world and trade.
True. And I've gone through a lot of articles about you on recent things also, which says that your initial days had a lot of struggle. And that you have learned so much from them and you're on the top of it. So would like to run through the struggle part of it a little bit, like what was the biggest challenge that you faced?
Basically, if you have read my article, I have mentioned that 98% of the people lose money in trading and derivatives.
Yes.
So to get into that 2% category, it took me 9 years actually. Well, series of setbacks. In fact, from 2003 to I was butchered in 2008 because I was about 23 years old that time when during the financial crisis, the global financial crisis. And it was a bad phase for me.
Is there a funny incident that you remember that you can tell us?
I remember the day I had a huge a loss that particular day. There was I think an India-Australia T20 match at Wankhede Stadium.
Okay.
So in spite of having such a bad day and I was not in a mood to, but I still went and I watched the match. So I feel that it was something unusual of me. I don't do even if I have a small loss day or something. I can't. It's something which shows on my face. Anyone can read it.
Like your work life and your family life, how do you manage?
I mean, I have to because I have drawn a line between the two, and I know it's my passion. I have to, and my family also understands that.
Because I think the market closes in India, or I think by 3:30 or 4:30, right?
3:30.
3:30. So after that also, but I think there's a lot of reading that you have to do because you have a lot of clientele as well.
Update it. You have to see the US markets in the night, and of course, because everything is, I told you, connected. When our market shuts, the European markets are
Exactly.
They are in function. So we have to, and plus the EOD data comes late in the evening, around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So that also has to be studied for the next day. Because if you don't do this, you don't study this, you will not be able to prepare yourself. You will not be able to start your trade the next day. Because you have to have all your data and everything in mind. You have to have all the clarity what you have to do the next day.
And I've gone through the screenshots that you put on Instagram and stuff like that on your social media, where you are getting a lot of profit to your clientele, which goes from lakhs to crores and all that. So you have a lot of happy clients, right?
Happy, but it has been a long journey. I mean, it looks like very easy, but it has been a long journey to generate those type of returns. I told you, as I've struggled also a lot in my initial days. Because generating money in the teaching machines market is not that easy. There has to be a discipline is the most important thing. Even if you're not that smart, it's okay, but you have to be very disciplined.
Exactly. So that's a good point. Even if you're not smart, but you have to be disciplined. That's a good catch point. Actually, I'm going to take this and I'm going to use it next time as well. So I'll ask you this question now. If in case you write a book, what would you like to name it?
Something to do with dealing with this financial jungle.
Like Financial Jungle is also a good title actually. So if anybody's hearing it, don't take it because it might get trademarked later. So now we're set to have breakfast with Mr. Khosla, so I want to ask him and disturb him again during his breakfast also. So what usually do you like to eat in the breakfast? Like what is your breakfast scene every day?
Egg is one of my favorites.
Eggs, matlab that's the go-to meal for you,
Yeah.
breakfast. And what kind of eggs?
I make sure that I have walnuts and eggs in my breakfast, except for Thursdays because Thursdays I don't eat now.
So while eating also, you're going to be working on your stock market ups and downs? or
Yeah,
you're
it's
going
going on. I mean, I have to keep a track on because I cannot let this go. So there's a lot of positions always, on mine.
So he's
Not
always...
talking about my intraday trades. That's all closed. But I
So
have,
intraday is already closed.
yeah, the other things, we have to keep a track over the market. I can't. miss.
So that's how you make sure that everything is on track, no matter where you are, right?
Absolutely.
Or what you're doing rather. That's good.
I can say that.
And Mr. Khosla, so where are we heading now?
Now we are heading to my office.
Office. Wow, interesting. After everything, work from home and all that stuff. Now, how far is your office, by the way?
It's 4 minutes by the clock.
4 minutes by the clock. Are you serious?
Yes.
So there is no wasting time while traveling also.
Not at all. I don't believe in wasting time in travel at all.
So whether it is working out, having breakfast, or getting up, whatever, he is on schedule, no matter what, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So office is like a stone throw away. So let's see. I'm going to be counting whether it's 4 minutes or not. So I'm at Mr. Khosla's office now, and I'm going to barge into his office and do some quick rapid fire. Come. So I'll tell you what I've planned for you now. In your office, on to you, I've planned a quick rapid fire. You game for it?
Absolutely, yes.
आपको टाइम चाहिए या you're ready? Should I start?
I might need time to answer.
No, it's rapid fire. You can't take time.
Okay.
That's the whole idea of rapid fire, right? You have to be. जो मन में आता है बोल दो.
Okay.
Alright. So let's start with the first question. One word for new traders.
Welcome.
Wow. One word for present traders.
Stay put.
Wow. One stock to look for long term.
Not stock exactly. I'll tell you a sector. Financial sector.
Alright, cool. One thing you regret early stage.
Indiscipline.
Okay. One thing you are proud of.
My math skills.
Wow, I can see that actually. One stop solution for trading.
My company.
Okay, intra trading or long term trading?
Definitely long term.
Thoughts on GTT, good till trigger feature?
It's a life support system for traders.
Wow. Blue chip or penny stocks?
Definitely blue chip.
So that sums up the rapid fire, and I think he did quite well, isn't it? I can see a full volatile screen going on out there. Would you tell me what is the profit that you're having right now at this hour?
The trades are still open, but you can see this. This is the present profit at this point of time.
So I think it's going to be 4 now and the markets are closed, right? So the next burning question I have for you is, what do you do after the market is closed? I mean, like, what are your hobbies? How do you unwind yourself?
So I like playing my musical instrument, my piano. I'm good at that. Actually, you must have seen it in the living room. It was kept there.
Oh yes, I did see. I should have told you to play it.
That's actually, it was a peak hour for me that time. So now anytime you tell me we can play, I can play it post the market.
Sounds interesting, huh? So you like playing piano?
Yes.
All right. Good.
I also love traveling. I travel a lot. So basically, as I discussed earlier also, I have a 40 kg, mobile office which I carry with me wherever I travel. So from whichever part of the world I can trade from there. So I carry my office and I travel very extensively.
So you have a home office, you have an office, and you have a travel office also.
That's right.
So you have 3 offices.
That's right.
So there is just no chilling anywhere, right?
I hardly have taken any leave in the last 3 years.
That's how the thing.
I work on a vacation as well. So.
Wow, that's good. So that keeps you prepped up all the time.
Yeah, that's good part of my work, because if you are indulged in any other activity, you can't work when you are traveling. But I can work when I'm traveling, so that's the thing. That's the advantage I have.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this was Mr. Khosla for you, and it was a learning experience. I enjoyed my day with him, and I look forward for spending a few more days with him to learn from the legend himself. I hope you also had fun with us.
Absolutely, yes.
So we'll do that again sometime back. Thank you so much for having us.